Hi, I'm Carl. I'm 50 years old. I'm from Nottingham and I've been helped tremendously by Framework and the outreach team. I was in Queen's Medical Centre for 3 weeks, and while I was there I met a guy called Ben from Framework who worked with street outreach, and they helped me to get off the streets with my alcohol issues and got me accommodation which I never thought I would have. I became ill with my leg, which is why I ended up in hospital. For a couple of days before I went to hospital, I was kicked out of my flat for rent arrears, which was caused by drinking, my addiction to alcohol. And that caused me financial problems and put me in a situation where, as I say, I was homeless. I didn't really want to see any of my family at the time because I realised, I just sort of woke up and realised I got myself in a real mess. And I thought, you know, I'm sort of a guy in the past, I was married, etc. I've got 2 children, a grandchild. And I thought, where am I going? It's ridiculous. You know, I had a good job, I'm used to having cars, I used to have a nice house, clothes, and I'm thinking, well, why do I want to go and live on the street and just have enough money for beer? And well, this is just ridiculous. But then when with my DVT and getting into hospital, when I was in hospital, in the bed in hospital, it gave me time to think, and seeing other people coming in that had drink and drug problems sort of woke me up a little bit. And then I realised then, after a few days I hadn't been drinking, I felt a lot better. I realised I'd got nowhere to live, I was on the streets. Obviously it was a massive wake-up call. And I just thought, wow, I've got to do something. This is ridiculous. And it just woke me up, and I was very scared, and I had problems sleeping while I was in hospital as well, with anxiety and stress. But eventually I got through that because Ben at Outreach worked so hard and helped me to stay in hospital for a bit longer until we managed to find somewhere for me to move in out of hospital, which was a massive relief. When I left hospital, I moved into a place called Michael Varnum House in Sneinton, and I was in one of 10 bedrooms, which is nice rooms. You've got an ensuite shower, bathroom, and that's when I started on my programme of my alcohol reduction, going to classes and talking about it, which was the first time I really talked about it in probably 20 odd years. So that's what happened, and the guys, the key workers at Michael Varnum, sort of showed me plans, what we were going to do, what steps we were going to take. I must admit, when I first moved in and we discussed all this, I really didn't think, I was thinking it's crazy, there's no way I'm going to be able to stop drinking. It actually scared me thinking I was going to stop drinking, so I was thinking, well, I can't do it, I'll go mad. But obviously it does work. Yeah, Framework and being at Michael Varnum has made a massive difference in my life, because I realise now, before I got involved with them, and the way I was living just above, I don't know, some sort of animal really. I wasn't taking care of myself, I wasn't looking after myself. I used to think I was very hygienic, and I realised that I wasn't. And since it's helped me to cut down on the drinking, it's given me more security in my life, and it's helped me to understand where I was, and it's helping me to understand where I'm going, and it's made me feel a better person. I feel better in myself, I feel more alert, more alive, and I feel like I'm a better person in total, and I feel happy to see my kids, see my family, whereas before I wouldn't sometimes even speak to people because you're aware that you smell of alcohol, you probably haven't washed. Now I've got no problems, I'm quite confident, I'm more confident of meeting people, talking to people, which I wasn't say even 6 months, 7 months ago. So Framework and being at Michael Varnum is, well, just been massive, really. Without the support of Outreach Framework, Michael Varnum, Ben, Tim, and the key workers at Michael Varnum, I think I'd be back in hospital now, but for alcohol-related issues. In fact, I know I would be, because it's been 4.5 months since I've been out of hospital. And I know within that 4.5 months, I'd have just been drinking. And I've already suffered with pancreatitis, and I know that I would have been back in. I'd probably been extremely ill, extremely poorly. I wouldn't have been working, that's for sure. No one would employ me. And I wouldn't have been seeing my family, which has got me more depressed. And I think, as people know, the more depressed you get, if you are dependent on alcohol, the more alcohol you drink, and it's just a vicious circle.